Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to TD Fit Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, man. Um, Guys, I already know you heard the news. The Miami Dolphins cut Mark Walton. It's a lot to discuss. I'm gonna give y'all time to come in the room. I'm gonna wait about 1 minute before I get started. Just need to get my thoughts together, man. This is a loaded issue. A lot I want to discuss. Gosh, man. All right. Y'all just give me about 60 seconds. I'm gonna let people come in the room and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna let people come in the room and we'll get started, man. Y'all give me about 45 more seconds, man. Oh my gosh. I feel so weird. I want to laugh, and I don't know why. Like like a part of me is actually hurt. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm hurt, but a part of me is hurt. And I don't know why it's making me want to give this, like, I feel this like fake laugh of like, I don't even know why. I don't know why I feel the way I feel right now about this situation. We got so much to talk about with it. Oh my God. Like, oh my gosh, man. Give me 30 more seconds, man. I don't understand this. I understand it. I think I actually do understand it, but still. Man. Y'all give me 15 seconds. I'm just trying to individually personalize this and vent it out and try to figure this, like, my brain around this, okay? Like, I'm baffled. Shout out to Chef Jew, the first mod in the building. Man, shout out to the mod squad, man. We good. We good, Julian, man. Sad news. Yes, it is, man. Gosh. Anywho, man. Anywho. Yep. Matter of fact, give me 10 more seconds because I'm going to go fill my cup. I'll be right back. All right, we back, man. It's time to go ahead and get started. Dive into what's going on right now. We got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It's no secret. Mark Walton has been released by the Miami Dolphins, cut, in other words. It's a lot that I want to break down about this. First and foremost, I want to talk about the victim. Second off, I want to talk about Mark Walton. Third, I want to talk about Miami Dolphins in this regard. I'm just writing down my thoughts. And last, I want to talk about the help that's needed. And last, I want to talk about the bigger picture. This is all off the top of my head, but that's where I'm going, okay? That's where I'm going. First and foremost, we will talk about the victim. The victim to this assault is a woman who allegedly, supposedly, I don't know all the details and facts. That's why I'm not a judge. You know, I try my best not to judge people nor situations, okay? Right now, information is fresh. These are allegations, but at the end of the day, they are tough ones to swallow. The victim is a woman who reportedly had informed Mark Walton a few days prior that she was, in fact, now pregnant with his child, about 5 weeks into her pregnancy with his child. Okay. This is reportedly, supposedly, a pregnant woman who is pregnant with his child. Okay. First and foremost, to the victim, I wish you the very best. I hope that you find healing out of all of this. I hope that mentally you find the right thought process in all of this. And what I mean when I say that is, I hope that she finds comfort and protection. It's hard. I don't even know the words to use for the victim because this is a tough situation. What people have to understand is Mark Walton is being alleged of shoving her against the wall, okay? And then punching her in the face several times. Punching her in the face several times. That is what he's being accused of, okay? And was arrested on that count. I wish her a speedy recovery. It is they have stated that she has a swollen eye. I wish her a speedy recovery, 100% recovery. I wish her no more pain. And above all, I wish her great mental health out of all of this. She is a victim of abuse. Of course, I mean, I have to keep it 100, allegedly. Not saying that she's not. I'm just saying that's where we are right now. I am not a judge. Okay? But not only that, if all being said is true, we have to be very careful with this because it's so unfortunate because we have to think about her mental. We have to think about the fact that she could have potentially been abused by the future father of her child, someone who she's still going to have to be involved with that to some degree, even if it's minimal, possibly for many years to come, given the fact that there may be a child in play here. There's a lot. This is loaded. This is loaded, okay? But above all, I want to start out by recognizing the accuser and or victim, because I have to be very particular with my words. I'm not trying to have a Jussie Smollett situation here. I'm just saying, not saying that that's the case, but I am a very particular person with my words. These are all reports. In this country, you are innocent until proven guilty, even if we feel that the person's guilty. And that's the stance that I have to take because it's only fair. I'm not God. I'm not God, okay? To take any other stance. But if all being said is true, I'm so sorry to hear about this for the victim. I wish her the very best in her health, her strength, her mental, in every aspect of her life. We want to start out with the victim in the event that this is all 100% true. We want to start that way on the show because we have to recognize that and make sure that we show that that person has gone through something that we all wish they hadn't gone through. And oh my gosh, I'll somewhat digress on that note, even though I'll bring it up in instances when we talk about the help needed in the bigger picture later on, okay? But we wish her all the best. And even taking it a step further, I hope the Miami Dolphins are doing their due diligence, reaching out to make sure they showing their support for her as well. Because a member of our family, an ex-member of our family, but at the time was a member of our family, caused hurt and harm on someone else. That's just the way I look at it. Okay. All right. Gosh. On to Mark Walton. I don't want the timing to be bad, so I'm going to start this off by prefacing, I want to start this off this way because I want to get it out of the way. Because the biggest issue in this situation is not the fact that he's not going to be playing football anymore. It's not the fact that the Miami Dolphins have lost the asset for the future. That's not the big story here. I know a lot of people want to rev up, oh my gosh, why would he do it now? We got to find a running back. Crap, man, you had a future. X, Y, and Z, man, football. This is bigger than football. This is bigger than football. So I'm going to start out with football to get it out of the way because it is a part of the news. It is a part of what we need to talk about for our team. But I'm going to start with it, make it quick, brief, and get it out of the way because there's bigger things to discuss in this whole situation. So in regards to football, with my caveat, I'm saying it now to get it out of the way. He'll never play football again, in my opinion. And I want to strong emphasis on opinion because I'm not God. Don't know what God can do with a person and how far he can take them, regardless of their sins. But he ruined a huge opportunity. Shout out to Jen Jordan with the donation. She said, I am a survivor of abuse. His 5-year restraining order is almost over. The damage is beyond physical and is not okay if he or she is a celebrity or not. I agree, Jennifer, and I'm sorry to hear that. And hey, Jennifer, I'll be praying for you. At the end of the day, these are the type of things that stretch deep, and it's not just the moment when it happens, but it stretches deep. You know, and we're going to talk about that in the bigger picture, man. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but Jennifer, and I love you, Jennifer. That's my girl, man, out there in Cali. Because people need to know that this stuff is real. This stuff is real, okay? Let me get this football out of the way because I really want to elaborate on what some of what Jennifer is saying here. I want to get this football out of the way because I don't want to talk about football in this situation. We understand what it did to our team. We understand we thought he was the future running back. We found a diamond in the rough, a gem, X, Y, and Z. All right, all that is done. All that is done. I ain't going to sit here and cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. Mark Walton ain't going to be a running back for the future anymore for the Miami Dolphins. That's done. That's done. Shout out to Ingraven in the building. Sorry you had to go through that, Jen. Yes, and anyone else that's here that ever had to go through that. I agree. I appreciate you, Ingraven. And y'all make sure y'all go check the homie out of his channel. I'm talking about an amazing channel. Great person above all. Forget the football, forget the sports, forget all of that. He's a great person, man. You can see it in his personality, his demeanor, and the way he carries himself. That's why I like him. Number one reason. Number one reason I like Ingraven. Y'all go check him out. And he always show me love when I come through. And thanks for showing my peeps love, Ingraven. Jen Jordan, shout out to you. We love you. Football, there ain't nothing else to discuss. Ain't nothing else to discuss. Nothing else to discuss. This situation ain't about football. It's not about football, man. Not whatsoever. We're past that. Quickly, I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins. And then we're going to get into the meat of this conversation, which is the help that's needed and bigger picture. Okay? Miami Dolphins. Let me get rid of that too. Get that out the way. Our coaching staff gave this young man an extra opportunity. He had already had 4 charges laying on his lap when we signed him to a prove-it deal, in which Flores vouched for the man and didn't vouch. Let me be clear. Didn't vouch for the man, just came out and said, I'm into giving second chances. And that he gave him. Mark Walton took advantage of the second chance. Flores was proud of it. He tore his ACL, had some time on his shoulder, got in trouble again. Miami, 0 tolerance. This is a new era. This is a new era for the Miami Dolphins. 0 tolerance, whether you are guilty or is innocent. 0 tolerance for putting yourself in a situation where your name could be brought up in the likes of this. So this ain't about whether he's right or wrong or it's a lie or not. It's about the fact that, hey, we already had a 0 tolerance policy. You already were an offender. You were on probation. Unfortunately, you might have even violated probation, so you might even be seeing some time behind bars because of all of this. So we cut him. End of discussion. No more to talk about with Mark Walton. No more to talk about with the Miami Dolphins in this situation. They did the right thing. They had to let him go. They wish it would have turned out different. They had high hopes in the kid. He blew it. Man, unfortunate. Now, the meat of what I want to talk about in this regards, the help that's needed. Let me take a step back. Although me as the human flesh, I am a human, I am a man. The flesh that I carry every single day, the flesh that I walk around, the man, the human, not man, woman type, the human I am. Okay? It's easy for me to sit here and talk about. It's easy for me to sit here and talk about. I could be one of those people. This idiot. Oh, he's stupid. Oh, he's a horrible person. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. Oh, this, that, and the other. I am not here to do that today. I am here to tell every single one of you all, try your best to refrain from that type of behavior. You know why? because people have real issues out here in this world. These issues that people have do not excuse them from their behavior, but at the end of the day, we need to stop walking around acting like they aren't issues. This is where I feel bad for the kid. Not in, oh, it's okay, it's Mark Walton, I ain't mad. No, I'm highly disappointed. I don't know the word I want to use because I'm to a degree, I'm hurt. I didn't even have a strong vested interest in Mark Walton. I like what he did, coming from nothing, showing who he was. But I didn't even have a strong, I'm an advocate or anything for Mark Walton, but I still feel a sense of hurt by him for this happening. But I'd be remiss if I'm sitting here knowing my spiritual beliefs and the one I serve. People have issues out here. And right now in this very moment, what people tend to do is make the individual's issues worse. By their demeanor, behavior, and everything towards him. The young man needs help. He needs help. It's young men just like him who are crying out inside, I effed up again. It's the best I could do is at least give him the letter. Because that's how I feel right now. There are young men just like him who are like, I screwed up again. Some people really do need help. The easy road is to say, this bum, this idiot, write him off. And 3 years later, we talk about how he robbed somebody at gunpoint and he's in prison, or he did this and he's facing life, or he done that or killed this or that. These are those defining moments where people like this don't need to hear from everybody how stupid and dumb they are. They need help. They need help. Look at his history. He needs help. And it's almost sad because is there anyone around him or helping him to say it's time to sit your behind down and let's figure it out? And the only person I know that can help him is God. And I pray that God sends the right influences in his life to show him. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, God will allow the devil to put his life in this situation just to humble him and help him understand it's time for you to come home to realize who made you in the first place. It's time to sit you down and take you through hell. And you got a decision to make. I always talk about the story of Job, and I know I'm preaching right now, but I didn't care less. Y'all already know this is my channel. I do me. And I don't shy from it. I don't shy from it. I always think about the story of Job, man. My mama used to tell me about the story all the time. And the more I learned about the story of Job, God always said, have you considered my servant Job? God knew the devil couldn't break Job. And God said, go ahead. Do your worst to him. Do your worst. You can put whatever distractions and situations in your life he want, but just don't put your hands on him. Just don't put your hands on him, but do your worst. It was a test. It was a test. And who knows? I just pray that Mark Walton can come out of this situation like Job. A lot of people who go through situations like this, it's sad. And he's embarrassed. His life right now is an embarrassment. Everybody in the world knows about my arrest. Everybody knows that I'm no longer in the NFL. I've actually punched a pregnant woman. Just think about the media and everybody around. This man is almost like an automatic state of depression. I don't want to speak for him and say that that's the case, and I don't speak that on him. But talking about somebody who's faced situations similar, not quite, but similar, depression is real. And these are those moments that can drive you right into it, causing you to do even more harm. But I pray that he finds the one person, the only person being, however you want to look at it. There is only one who can make your shame and embarrassment be forgotten. See your forgetfulness. There is only one who can throw it all away and make you not feel embarrassed about the travesties that you've done in your life, the terrible things you've done. There is only one that can make you forget about those things and live a better life. Only one. And every time I see someone go through the depths of the bottom, I talk like this because he needs help. And Jennifer's right. She said, shout out for the donation. She said, TD, they have to want help. Much love. You're right. They do have to want help. But one thing I learned about God, until they want it, he gonna look at the devil and say, keep on doing what you got to do. Keep on doing what you got to do. They do have to want help, but God has a strange way of bringing you down to the very bottom, the most minuscule being you are, just breaking you down to feel like nothing, like oh my God, he knows how to do that to make you realize you do need help and realize where you need to get it from. So if he or anybody who does these type of things in their life doesn't want help yet, you're still fighting a war. You're in the middle of the battle. And guess what? God ain't going to show up to save you until you've had enough. Until you've had enough. And at the end of the day, I really hope Mark Walton has had enough. Some people never have enough. Some people never have enough. And that's where it gets even sadder. And that's why the reason why I'm saying this is we should be filling comment sections and posts and everything with not this idiot. This guy's stupid. Oh, once a thug, always all that crap. We should be filling comment sections with messages like, I pray for him. I hope that he finds himself and gets his stuff together and be a great father to his unborn child. I hope that they either figure it out or he's living a life of service to where his number one goal is to protect that woman, even if he's not in the presence of her. Whatever it may be, we should be uplifting and being encouraging. It's sad people don't realize we influence people to go even deeper into a dark place with how we act, which isn't godly in itself. But who am I to judge? That's between you and God. For me, it's not godly. And no, don't get me wrong. I ain't finna sit here and make it seem like I'm the saint of all saints. Like I don't see stories and be like, this idiot, this bum. I mean, it's human nature. It's natural. But when you recognize. When you can catch yourself, catch yourself. Ain't none of us 100% innocent. I'm sitting here telling y'all don't judge. I probably can watch 20 of my last videos and I probably judged somebody once. I don't know. But when I recognize, that's what makes a difference. When you recognize that you can do more harm than help, don't harm. Don't harm. We need Mark Walton to be strong. We need him to get out of this situation, get his act together. We need him to figure out a way to support that child, to make that woman's life even easier. Because her with that child by herself, it's not going to be easy. We need this to work out one way or another. And I know God has that power and God can get it done. I just hope that he sees that. And I hope that if you do go on his page, find him on Twitter. Hey, Mark Walton, keep your head up. Keep your head up. No sins are unforgivable. Pray, that's the type of stuff that can help people. No sins are unforgivable. This is a sad day, guys. This is a sad day. And it ain't even about football for me, man. It's not even about football. It's not even about football. It's about the bigger picture of humanity, man. These guys on this football field, you think it's Mark Walton? Y'all know it's a lot of people going through this stuff. Couldn't even imagine the people just who didn't get in trouble for it, or the police weren't called, or all type of different things. It's a lot of stuff going on, man, in people's lives, not just in football. I'm more interested in hoping that everybody turns out great in this situation versus take the easy route of saying how dumb and stupid the young man is, and how we should have never took a chance on this thug like I've been reading. I'm more interested in how can we influence this kid to change his life. But at the end of the day, sometimes, just like me, you got to realize it's not in my control. I can influence it, which I'm trying to do now. But you got to leave it to the one who's watching it all go down. And that's God, man. You got to leave it in his hands. But I wanted to say that because whenever I first saw this story, my heart dropped. And then I started reading comments and my heart dropped even more because I was kind of hurt, because it was like, man, no matter how bad someone is, no matter what they do, this isn't the moment to pile on. I mean, think about it, y'all. You know how people always talk about, oh, well, some people are just born bad. Some people are just born evil. Some people are just born. How? That's almost like me saying, that's like everybody who says that saying they should thank God thank you for me not being born just evil. It just happened. You know, there are circumstances in people's lives that lead them to make bad decisions, even if it's a decision that they had to make. There are things in their lives that influence them that said, I'm going to make it anyway. I'm going to make the bad decision anyway. But we don't want to go that deep. We don't want to talk about real root causes of why people out here doing dumb stuff. We don't want to talk. It's too much, because it can be so many different reasons. I mean, it could be something like, well, my parents locked me in a closet for 2 hours every day when I was young. You'll be freaking surprised the stuff people go through out here. You'll be surprised, man. Jennifer said abusers are not born this way. I agree. I don't think anyone's born anyway. I agree with you, Jennifer. Spoken from someone who's experienced it from the victim side. I appreciate you sharing with us, Jennifer. It's always good to hear someone who's been through it be able to let other people know their thoughts on it, because a lot of people love to judge situations that never been through it. I would have this, or I would have that. You ain't never been through it. So shut your mouth. Judge not. Judge not, man. Oh, man. This is tough, man. I pray for everybody involved. Everybody involved. Pray for everybody involved. Everybody involved. For all those who are just joining, Mark Walton was cut by the Miami Dolphins for having a legal issue this morning, by the way. He was arrested. The reports state that he had pushed his recently he had pushed his girlfriend, who had recently informed him she was 5 weeks pregnant. I don't know what caused it, but he pushed her against the wall and started punching her in the face, and she has a swollen eye, and he was arrested. That's what happened. Brutal. I mean, it's just nasty me saying it, but just depicting it. But at the end of the day, it's in God's hands. I wish everybody the best, including Mark Walton. This is a tough one. This is football aside. Young men. It's another thing. It's like the NFL. I also do believe that the NFL needs to figure out how to invest in helping these players. And what I mean by that is I don't care if it's once a week. They need to have counseling sessions regardless. Even if nothing's wrong, they have no history. I think that conversations need to be had with every NFL team every week. Just reminders, man, of, keep your mind, keep your head. Like, people need help. You never know what people are going through. People need help. And Mark Walton, not making any excuses for this kid. Please don't ever get that misconstrued right now. But young man, legal troubles, probation, making pennies on the dollar, technically. A lot more than us, but still, pennies on the dollar. Tears an ACL. Feels like, oh crap, he's got time on his hand. Future in limbo. Don't know what's gonna happen. We could sit here and say he the future all we want, but like I said to y'all earlier, that don't mean nothing. He tore his ACL. He may not even play next year for us. Who knows? But anywho, finds out his girlfriend's pregnant. I don't know what in the heck was going on through his head. You never know, though. You never know. Somebody said jail is a waste. Doesn't fix anyone. I don't know how to respond to that, because I think jail is necessary in certain regards. But I think that the way that jails are run is a waste. It's not about rehabilitation anymore, even though they'll have programs and things that would seem as if it is. It's more, again, I ain't going to get into that, because most prisons and jails are privately owned now. So I'm not going to get into that. People make money off of inmates. So we just got a lot. I mean, people need help. We got a long way to go as a society. And it's one day at a time, one step at a time, one influence at a time. And we all just got to do our individual parts. We got to do our individual parts, man. Jen said, I love this chat. Thank you, TD, for speaking out. We love you, Jen. We love you, Jen. Guys, I have aspirations and dreams. And my aspirations and dreams aren't 1,000% clear, but they're 100% clear. I haven't shared 100% of what those aspirations and dreams are, but I give visions of it to you all here and there. But this is the type of stuff that I want to help. I love doing this channel, TD Fans Talk. I love my Dolphins. But you want to know what I love more than anything about this channel? I have 6,743 people that are subscribed to it. I have people who can hear a voice. And my voice was made to help others. And that's what I want to do. I'm always talk my Dolphins. I also enjoy my football. But as we continue to grow, We have to get into things that will also help others. Now, it ain't the most popular thing. You know, some people are going to be like, man, I came here to listen to football and talk football. All right. That's what we'll do. But if that's all you want, this ain't the channel for you, because there are times where I'm going to have conversations like the one that I just had. Talk about life situations. Because people are going through stuff. Y'all don't understand the people who email me, the people who text me, the people who message me, the stuff that they're going through and how I've been able to help them in the conversations I've had in the comment section, in the chat. That's why I want to grow this platform. I want my voice to influence 10,000. I want my voice to influence 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. I love having a voice. Not because I just want to be heard. Yeah, when I'm talking about football, my football, I want to be heard because I'm always right? But I want to be heard for the right reasons, for the right things. Too much mixed up information out here in this world that got people believing stuff that ain't even true. I want to help. So this is why I'm always pushing donating to. I don't ever push donating to the channel. I push the appreciation of it, but I'm always pushing share the link. Let people know about the channel. Because TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, is just the beginning of where it all started. And that all you all are a part of the beginning of my future. You all are a part of the beginning of my future. And I'm glad that you all are. Because think about it, it's going to be people that are like, oh, TD is this and that. Man, I remember when this guy was just going live every day talking about the Dolphins. And which I'm always do. Don't you ever get that twisted. But yeah, man. It's moments like this, man. People need help. People need help. All right. I love y'all. I'm gonna try to change the tone and the energy by ending this stream pretty soon and then going live again to answer any of your questions about the Dolphins X, Y, and Z. And I'll answer questions about this subject if you want more about a football standpoint, to keep it moving. Because in situations like this, you can't sit around and dwell on it. It's unfortunate. The message has been given. You got to move on. But recognize this is a part of history. And hopefully someone learns from this. And hopefully the first person that learns from it is Mark Walton. Anyway, love y'all. Hit that like button before you get out of here. Let's see if we can get 100 likes before y'all get out of here. Punch that like button and hit the like button so more people can watch this, because other people need to hear it. Other people need to hear it. Other people need to hear this, man. TD, if you have a chance before you get off your stream, can you please read my comment from a few minutes ago? Thank you, Anthony. Anthony, it's crazy. I never see your first comment, but I always see when you ask me to read it. I hope I see when you ask me to read it. TD, when it comes to mental issues in general, there's a stigma in social society, specifically with men. If they have mental issues, they're weak and they can't provide for their families. I guess we won't be ending the stream because I love that comment and I do want to talk about that. You're right, Anthony. It's not just for men, though. It's for the human race. I understand why you say it's just for men, because usually men's mental issues cause them to do things that are usually put out, and it's a lot worse. And TD's the furthest thing away from sexist, okay? But I think we can all agree that some things that if a woman did, it's like, okay, you shouldn't do that. But if a man did it, it's like one of the 10 deadly sins. And that's normal. So I think that's why you're saying that's where people get the notion of men. But this mental issues isn't just men, it's men and women. It's everybody. A lot of people are having a lot of mental issues, man. And in regards to if it makes them weak or this and that, if they say anything, forget all that. Just the general basis of the fact that a lot of people have mental issues. And it's one of the hardest things to diagnose. So it's easier to just say it's general. You know how, hey, my wife just had bronchitis. You go to the doctor, you got bronchitis. But when it comes to mental issues, the person with the mental issues may not even know they have the mental issues. That's what's even crazier about it. One of my favorite rappers said this on his newest CD. This was a part of his lyrics, and it spoke volumes to me because I know firsthand he is 100% correct when he said this. He said this in his lyrics. He said, "Doctor ain't prescribing what he ain't realizing." People, do you understand how powerful that is? Doctor ain't prescribing what he ain't realizing. See, we go to the doctors to figure out what's wrong with us when they don't even have all the answers, especially when it comes to mental issues. Hey, if I was to take an educated guess, having done studies in psychology as well, doctors probably don't understand more than 20% of the mental. They don't understand more than 20% of the mental. And then the 20% that they do understand are all theories. They are all theories. But do you know how powerful that is? Doctor ain't prescribing what he ain't realizing. Yeah, that was Wayne Pontiac. That was huge. Doctor ain't prescribing what they ain't realizing. And in that song, he's basically talking about his own mental issues. Doctor ain't prescribing what he ain't realizing. Pain inside me got me thinking about me trying to hang my body. Sanctifying. Those were the words he said. People will look at somebody like Wayne and be like, oh, this guy. But they don't listen to the words. They're powerful. Doctor ain't prescribing what they ain't realizing. Pain inside me got me thinking about me trying to hang my body. Sanctifying. And when you think about that, yes, Wayne said that. Talking about his life. It's a song where he actually going real deep. And when I heard that, I was like, gosh, that's the saddest truth ever. Doctor ain't prescribing what they ain't realizing. They could see people all they want, but people leaving homes with the same issue because the doctor don't even understand what's wrong with them. They don't even know how to explain to the doctor what's wrong with them. And this is what people are dealing with out here in this world. It's sad. Men and women. Men and women. People don't know what people are going through, man. People do not know what people are going through. It's too many mixed emotions and everything going on in people's bodies, minds, and everything that are messing with their head. Quint Riddle, text it to me or email me so I can send you my number just in case. So I can get it. Because I don't never remember what people tell me to do on the chat. Y'all, please forgive me for that. I just remember just now by telling you that somebody told me to check an email the other day on the chat. That's why we have the doctors of all doctors, Jesus Christ. He is real. He did it for me, and I had mental issues. Ray Barretto, me and you in the same. You're right. Me and you in the same. Did it for me too. Went through a tough time in my life where I know mentally I was like, oh my gosh, it's like everything in my mind is just mental right now. And mental don't mean you crazy. People need to stop that mess. It ain't crazy. Most mental issues people struggle with is a struggle. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Anxiety, depression, worrying, circumstances, life. How I'm going to pay this? How I'm going to do that? How I'm going to this? How I'm going to that? They mad at me. They don't like me. This, that, just so many things piled on, and your mind is trying to find relief. Plus you're nonstop. Wake up in the morning. Get ready for work. Go to work. Pick your kids up. Take them to practice. Go home, make sure they bathe, feed them dinner. And then you look at the clock, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, go take a shower. Get ready for bed. It's midnight. Go to sleep. Wake up. Do it all over again. But none of the problems that I had on the side have changed, and they're piling on. And it's over and over and over and over and over. That's what the typical American is dealing with right now. People need to understand that's what the typical American is dealing with right now, living life. See, there's two different terms. Live life. I'm living life. You see what I mean? Been there as a single mom. Exactly. See, Jennifer says she's been there as a single mom. People's been there as a single father. People have been there as married parents have been there. You can talk to some married couples and be like, we ain't been out in 3 years. Y'all don't think TD fans talk? I'm enjoying my life. I ain't gonna sit here and I'm only speaking because I've been through moments like this before. I can't sit here and make it seem like I'm a hypocrite or whatever, or I'm just talking because I thank God for the life that I'm living now, and it's gonna get even better because I believe that's where He has me headed. Because anything when He's in the presence is gonna be all and well. But I'm speaking from experience of the past. This is normal. This is what Americans are doing out there. Going to TD fans talking some of y'all relief. When I first started TD fans talking, it was part of my relief. It was a part of my therapy. JD Diesel said it best just now, living to work. And nothing worse than when you realize you're living to work and then you start to feel like there has to be more. Yeah, I can do more, but it costs to do more. How do I pay to do more? You got to work, but if I work, I'm just living to work. And then it's plus all the stuff. Plus all the stuff. Plus all the stuff. I get it. So all of you all out there trying to scheme to make your life better, trying to figure out how to have a great balance and enjoy your life, trying to get yourself out of a rut of depression or things that are making you make even more bad decisions in your life. I've been through it. I've tried it all. And I am here to tell you, not saying for you, I'm just saying, speaking for me. There was only one thing that worked. That was having a relationship with God, surrounding myself with His presence, and understanding that I was just about to say understanding that something, but just understanding everything is Him. It's not a specific thing. Everything is Him. And one thing above all, praise Him, thank Him, and appreciate Him in the roughest times. Oh my gosh, I just got a phone call, some devastating news. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I know that sounds crazy, but it works for me. And I don't just say it to say it. I really feel Him in my heart and say, thank you. I appreciate you. I know what this is. I know what the story of Job feels like. Every time, no matter what happens in my life. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. All right, bye. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. It's all right. It's just where that's it's helped me. All right. Adam Lynn said enough of the Bible thumping. Oh, it's thumping you? Oh, that might be a good side if it's thumping you. All right. This is needed. TD, you are a great motivational speaker. Only on Tuesdays, Jennifer. Only on Tuesdays. Why are they sticking with Balaj? We're about to end this stream, and we'll talk about more football stuff on the next stream. So y'all stay tuned. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Somebody love y'all. You know why? Because I do. All right. Peace. See y'all real soon. Thank you, Jen. Again, love you, sis.